So I will start by saying that we are one of 61 ICACs across the United States. And so basically, it's a partnership among law enforcement agencies, local, state, federal, coming together, dedicated to protect children against online sexual exploitation. So here for North Texas, we cover 112 counties, and it goes from the Panhandle all the way to East Texas. We have over 250 affiliates, 800 law enforcement personnel. We're all dedicated to investigating cases of child sexual abuse material and online solicitation. So just basically all working together for this one common mission.
So what role do you guys play in the process? I know a lot of times we see these arrests and it says something along the lines of, we got a tip from the North Texas ICAC and we went ahead and made this arrest. Kind of walk me through of what's your guys' role and what you guys do in the process.
So we receive our cyber tips from National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. They come into our office and then we filter them out. If they are coming from a place like, say Tyler, Texas, or any other city, then we filter those out to those affiliates for them to investigate. And we are here to offer resources or expertise, anything like that, in order to assist them with their investigations.
It seems like, every week somebody's getting busted for one of these things.
Right. Yeah, no, so yes, we have seen a lot of changes. So a lot of our lives are integrated into technology, right? And so one of the changes that we've seen is just the volume of cases that we get. For example, in 2020, we received 11,000 cyber tips from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. Okay. And in 2025, it was over 63,000 tips. And that's just because, and nowadays, like our children are just so integrated into technology. So you have offenders that are more easily able to connect with them.
Are those that number you just gave me, 63,000, is that just for North Texas?
That is just for North Texas. Yes.
That is disturbing.
Yes.
What are the challenges that you guys face? You said you've got 800 and something officers, which sounds like a pretty big number. Do you feel that you guys have the resources to do what you do? Do you feel that you're adequately equipped? Do you feel that you guys are getting the cases done?
So there's a lot of challenges that come with this. I don't think we will ever have enough detectives to be able to comb through every single one of those, to fully investigate every single one of their tips. There's just no way. That's a challenge that not only do we have, we are seeing that across every department and every unit. There's just not enough detectives to go through all of these tips. The another challenge that we have is the price of technology keeps going up. So funding, right? So the more data that we are needing to get from these cases, the more that we're needing to comb through this evidence. So that's more manpower hours, the more storage that we need in order to store all this evidence. So those are just some of the challenges that we are seeing.
So, do you guys get your funding from where do you guys get your funding from? Because you're quasi, it seems like you're quasi federal, quasi local. And walk me through how that works.
Yeah. So that's there's different sources for that. And it's just really hard to say where we all the funding comes from right now at this point.
Okay. Um, so once it's passed off to, let's say Tyler PD, you
Mhm.
guys, I'm sure you guys play a typical role in, saying, and where's your role in that?
Just we just oversee. We oversee if they need any help, if they need any, because our detectives see these cases all the time, right? We are a big city. My detectives have years of experience, and they've pretty much seen every case there is. So if Tyler PD has any questions, if they're coming across something they've never seen before, we are always available to help. If we need to drive down there, we'll do that. So a lot of it is just here for any sort of guidance or questions that they might have.
When you say a tip, walk me through some of those things that it could mean. Maybe it's a missing child. Maybe it's something on the dark web. Kind of something from the outside. Sorry, my stomach turned when you said that number. Just walk me through some of those things that it could be.
So we get a lot of our tips, like social media accounts. Believe it or not, we will have a lot of offenders uploading child porn and into sharing this across sites into social media, and this will get flagged and we will get that information. They're able to read the IP address, see where it's coming from, where it's being uploaded, and at that point we can get warrants and see exactly what the location is. So that's what a lot of our tips are.
Okay. So, you gave me that number. What's something you would say to parents in 2026? School just went back today in Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could talk for 15 minutes, but what's a
Yeah.
couple things you would say?
So, some of the things that I could say in order for parents to be able to keep children safe online, one is start the conversation early. It is never too early to have this conversation and keep the conversations going. Do not wait until they have a cell phone or a social media account. As soon as they start interacting with technology, as soon as they start talking to people online, meeting with friends, it is important to have age appropriate conversations and take every opportunity to have them. For example, if something's going on in the news, there's something about cyberbullying or a social media trend, take those opportunities to ask your child, hey, have you heard about this before? What would you do if you encountered something like this? Be approachable. It is only a matter of time before a child makes a mistake online or sees something that makes them uncomfortable. You don't want their first thought to be, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. You want them thinking, I need to talk to mom and dad. I need their help. So I would say, start early, have ongoing conversations, create an environment where you are approachable, build the trust right now before something happens, not after.